You're listening to the TF Motorsports official podcast, all things monster trucks. Welcome to a brand new episode of the TF Motorsports official podcast. I'm Tom Fresco as we are once again halfway through February as we're getting ready for more Monster Jam stuff. Last week Anaheim happened and it was I noticed great for skills, great for freestyle. The scoring I thought was fair, but racing. I don't know why this is like an issue, and this has been kind of an issue for like the I think it's been for just the Stadium West series, I think. For some odd reason, it has timing issues and scoring issues. It's like some stuff that really needs to be addressed, I believe. And I'm hoping at some point they could get to that. It's not like skills and freestyle where it's like, oh yeah, there's like a REI issue that we need to address, or oh, there's like some rule, but no, it's racing. And most of them have been from staging, with the staging lights. Apparently it started around like Miami, and it's been kind of showing its head for a while, and now it really showed itself in Anaheim, both days, and both of them had like pairing issues, and the lights are not working right. I don't know if they have to go back to the older lights, like the one that is just red green and not the one that actually has you staged, and the officials could just stage you, or they can have that but also the ribbons as they did as an alternative, have that as a full-time thing if the place has them. I think because it's been happening for a while now, I think it has to be addressed and has to be fixed soon. Like, this is a competition that, like, you can rarely fuck up, and, last few times they've been fucking up that, but all in all, the shows are good, but again, the racing part, it's crucial. I mean, it's another crucial thing. So pretty much the events are pretty much like 8 out of 10s, but yeah, it's like the racing part, though, does hurt it a bit. I really wish they can, like, fix that, and I hope more people can like point out racing stuff, because it seems like the community, honestly, I'm gonna start rambling for a little bit if you don't mind, because like it seems like the racing community, the monster community, seems to be kind of steering away from racing more and more, I think, and that's kind of sad. I mean, because monster truck racing obviously is like was a relic, and it's technically the oldest competition out of all the competitions out there in Monster Jam, or really any monster truck tour that has racing as a category. It's pretty much the oldest one, and they should really treat it as like a prestigious competition, I think. And then skills, relatively new, but still very, very talented, very cool. And then freestyle has some good moments, but it also, because of the new environment of the tracks where it's not as steep of ramps, or the REI rules, or like the new time rule, as we talked about last week, obviously that shows its ugly head, but we should really start paying a little bit more attention to racing. If it has to be fixed, really go for it. And I'm praying and hoping that they don't make racing illegitimate or completely take it off eventually. There is some monster truck tours out there that actually stopped doing racing. Like, obviously Hot Wheels, that tour, obviously I don't think really anybody likes in the community, but yeah, they took off racing in favor of just lights. And some other small one-time promotions, some of them don't even do racing. They just kind of do freestyle all together. And that sucks though, you know. Not even a time racing either. So I'm hoping that Monster Jam could fix the racing issue, and hopefully they treat the racing with care and do that well. Because we should really try to push racing more. Obviously, freestyle has a place, but man, I really hope racing doesn't like fade off. So let's go into results. Ryan Anderson would win the first night of racing at Angel Stadium. I believe this might be their last time at Angel Stadium for the year. I might be wrong. Then skills, Ryan would follow that up with a skills win. Freestyle, laying it down, would be Colvin Arn and Black Pearl. He would get a very great run, and he would win that. Overall, would go to Ryan Anderson by a long shot by 6 points. Sunday afternoon, Tristan Englund and JCB Dickatron would get the racing victory on that one against Ryan Anderson. Skills, Tristan would get that, and Tristan and Ryan would lay it down really good runs on Sunday, but Ryan managed to just beat Tristan by a little bit and get the freestyle win, but Tristan would get the overall right after. Going into points, Tristan still in the lead by 22 points over Ryan Anderson, which is crazy to see. Bryce Kenny third, Tyler Duke fourth, Zach Garner fifth, Adam Anderson goes down to sixth, Mike Pagliaro is seventh, Cole Bernard, he's down pretty far. I'm surprised. He's eighth. Caleb Blood ninth, Jamie Gardner. He tried to do that backflip on Sunday where he did it first thing, and this time he under rotated and the whole front just completely caved in. Like it was like a crazy display of destruction on that backflip. Then Matt Pagliaro, and then Nick Pagliaro is last. Let's see if I get this right. Alright, so the Weston Anderson series went to Oklahoma. So they had a total of about 3 shows. So Saturday afternoon, saw Cody Saucier and Dragon get the win. Then Skills went to Weston Anderson and Gravedigger. Donuts went to Devin Winfield of Velociraptor. Cody Saucier would get the freestyle win, but getting the overall event championship would be Ashley Sanford and Megalodon. I believe this was her first time, I think. Again, congratulations to her. Going into the next night, it'd be once again Cody Saucier and Dragon getting the racing victory. Weston Anderson would get skills, donuts, and overall. Meanwhile, Ashley Sanford would get the freestyle victory. Sunday afternoon, it would be Earthshaker getting the racing victory, which was Corey Rummel driving. Skills would be Weston Anderson. So would be Donuts, and overall, meanwhile, Brianna Mahan would get the freestyle victory at the end of the weekend. Going into their points, Weston Anderson obviously is leading. He's leading now over 169 points, even more than where we were last week. So, yeah, it's a no-brainer that Weston's going to be walking away with this one. He's got the majority of the wins of the series within 2 months. Over Cody, then Devin Winfield, then Brianna Mahan, Ashley Sanford, Tim Hall Jr., Berto Trevino, and then Corey Rummel. Again, just crazy dominance, just sheer dominance from Weston Anderson. Then we go to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, this one being for the E-Series. They had a total of 4 events. Friday evening would see Kristen Anderson get the racing victory. Skills also would go to Kristen Anderson. Donuts, Tony Oaks and Thunder Roris. Freestyle in that night would be MJ Solario and El Toro Loco. Overall would be MJ. Saturday afternoon would feature Kristen Anderson get the win in racing. Blake Ranger would come back and get a skills victory, a donut victory, a freestyle victory. And surprisingly, with that sheer amount of dominance, he did not get the overall event championship. I think it's because of Tony Oaks getting that that second place in racing and then being pretty much right behind Blake Ranger. So that deserved Tony Oaks the overall event championship. Saturday evening would show Tony Oaks getting a racing victory. Then MJ Solario would get a skills win. Donuts would be Christian Anderson and Gravedigger. And freestyle, Tony Oaks would once again get the overall event championship by 1 point. And Sunday afternoon would feature Blake Ranger and Monstermont Dalmatian getting the racing victory. Tony Oaks would get skills, donuts, freestyle, but being above him by 1 point was Blake Ranger and Monstermont Dalmatian. Now he's leading over Tony Oaks by 77 points. And yeah, Tony Oaks moves up to second place, so he's starting to show himself. So Blake Ranger, he's got a sizable lead, but Tony Oaks could still come back within a few events. Kristen Anderson's third, MJ Solario's fourth, Brandon Telechka's fifth, Michaela Telechka's sixth, Mark Hall seventh, and Kirk Kramer last. All right, finally, we have, the Central Series at Worcester at the DCU Center. They had 4 events. Matt Cody and Gravedigger would get the racing victory over Crazy Train's Triton Robbins. John Zimmer Jr. would get the skills win. Sky Wheelies would go to Fernando Martinez and El Toro Loco. Freestyle and overall, Matt Cody and Gravedigger. Saturday afternoon, Montana Robbins and Plain Krazy would get the racing victory. Matt Cody and Gravedigger would get skills. Sky Release would go once again to Fernando Martinez. Freestyle would be Jamie Sullivan in Sparkle Smash. She would also get the overall on that night. Saturday evening, Matt Cody would get the racing victory on that one. Skills would go to Jamie Sullivan in Sparkle Smash. Sky Wheelies would go to Matt Cody and Gravedigger. Fernando Martinez would get the freestyle and overall win. Then Sunday afternoon, Triton Robbins and Crazy Train would win the racing competition over his teammate Montana Robbins. He would also get the skills win. Then Matt Cody would get Sky Wheelies and freestyle, but for the first time in his career and the first time in the truck's history, Triton Robbins, Crazy Train, overall event champion for Sunday afternoon. A great accomplishment, and congratulations to him on his first ever overall event championship, which is a big accomplishment. So now points. Matt Cody holds the lead by 34 points over John Zimmer Jr., so it's starting to space out a little bit between everybody. Jamie Sullivan, then Fernando Martinez, Triton Robbins, John Zimmer, Montana Robbins, and Angelina Knock. Those are the results. Now let's go into a little bit of a look into the predictions for the next events, because again, this episode is relatively going to be kind of short. We're already 13 minutes in, but not a lot has really been going on in the community as far as I know. So we're relatively just going to kind of go into the prediction segment, and then we'll call it a day. Yeah, I'll probably bring back the fan questions next week. I forgot to post them this week, so next week I'll probably bring them back. So let's see what we got here. So it looks like we are going to be having all 5 tours going off. So starting off, Arena East will be going to Allentown, Pennsylvania at the PPL Center. They're going to have a stacked 5-show weekend. My predictions for one of the shows. Racing would go to thinking Blake Ranger and Monstermont Dalmatian. Skills is going to go to Kristen Anderson and Gravedigger. Donuts is going to go to Tony Oaks and Thunder Roars. He's also going to get freestyle. And overall, I'm going to go ahead and make a wild pick. We're going to go Brandon Telechka, just get her done too. He's very consistent. He pulls off good moves. He at some points he does get underscored, and I'm hoping he can pull off some big moments coming up. Sticking with arenas, we got Arena Central heading to Little Rock at the Simmons Bank Arena. And they are going to have a very, very quick weekend, just only 2 shows for the entire weekend. For one of those shows, let's see, we're going to go racing. We're going to go with Jamie Sullivan and Sparkle Smash. Skills, we're going Trenton Robbins and Krazy Train. Donuts, we're going to go with, let's see, John Zimmer, Zombie. We're going to have a little wild card pick for Donuts. And then freestyle and overall, John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. Alright, now we're going to head on over to our last arena tour. This one being, bear with me if I mispronounce this one. This one looks like it'll be a bitch to pronounce. Wichita. I think I might have gotten it. Wichita. Anyway, it'll be at Intrust Bank Arena. They're going to be having a 3-show weekend. So one of the shows we'll see. Let's see. We're going to go Cody Saucier and Dragon getting the racing win. Skills will be Weston Anderson. Donuts will be Brianna Mahan. And then freestyle and overall, Weston Anderson. Again, Weston's just too powerful to be in arena. Next season, I'm hoping stadiums. Now, both stadium tours will be going off. Stadium East will be in Detroit, Michigan at Ford Field for a 2-show weekend. One of those shows I'm thinking. Racing will go to Amato Castro, El Toro Loco. Thinking skills. We'll go Dalton Whitener in Jurassic Attack. We haven't seen a win from Freestyle Fully yet, so I'm thinking we're going to see a Freestyle Fully win for Team Scream in Detroit, Michigan. And overall, this would be a really cool, feel-good story, but it would be very nice to have the one and only Chris Kohler get the overall. So that's my pick for the East Tour. Now we're going in to West. This is also going to be a 2-show weekend. This will be in Minneapolis at the US Bank Arena. I do miss their December shows. They should really do a December show at some point again, just like the old days. So for one of their shows, I'm thinking racing. We're going to go Bryce Kenny and Monster Mutt. Skills, we're going Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger. Usually he nails it pretty good. Freestyle, I loved what he did in freestyle. He got second, but he might come back and really get it here. I'm thinking Tristan England might get a freestyle win this weekend. And overall, we're going to go, and let's see, we're actually going to go for overall. We're going to go Colvin R. Black Pearl. He's usually pretty good at his craft, and I think he'll pull up an overall just barely. And that's pretty much all we got here today on this episode. Again, it's not a lot today, not a lot of news, nothing crazy in the community, so we're pretty much going to leave it off here. Hopefully next week we'll have more. Hopefully next week I could also bring up somebody on here, maybe Douglas again or somebody else, but we'll see. We'll see how plans are, and hopefully we can bring up some more people to make the episode a little bit longer. Also, I think I kind of also needed the episode to be a little quicker because I'm just almost fully better from being sick. I was just sick last week, and now I'm pretty freaking tired from work as well. So next week, I promise we'll have more, and hopefully I'll have some fan questions in as well. So we'll see you guys next week here on the podcast. And be sure to check out the official Discord server in the description down below. And also share amongst your friends. Have a good one.